PRRN Ropen Radio Network is brought to you by 511 Tactical. Always be ready. By the Ark Encounter. Think bigger. By Creation Evidence Museum of Texas. God's Word in 6 days. And by the Wildlife Safari, America's top cheetah breeding program. You are closer to Africa than you think.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. You are watching the Ropen Network, and Salem is listening. I'd like to thank all my fellow Oregonians for following us on CC Media. This network was created for you. Folks, let's talk Ropens. How many of you out there are familiar with the research of Rex Yapi? Perhaps not very many. Well, this would be a chance to hear from him and see what he's up to these days. Now, he currently resides on Papua New Guinea. So we have a researcher out there exploring and looking for presumed to be extinct living pterosaurs. But on these islands, keep something in mind, they have different names for these creatures. They call them the Kor, the Indava, the Ropen. Think about that one for a moment here. This is why we named our network the Ropen. It has a fascinating name there, isn't it? It means demon flyer. To the people of Papua New Guinea, this thing is very real. But there are some who may not be too familiar with it, and I would say that's probably the government of Papua New Guinea. Rex is devoting his time and research to help people to understand the diversity that's out there, help them understand more about the rainforest in which these creatures could be thriving in. For the first time on this network, I get to hear his personal testimony of what he saw while living in Papua New Guinea. Folks, this is Rex Yapi on the Ropen Network.
Good morning, world. My name is Rex Yapi. I'm coming live from my small village, which is called Kumene. Kumene is in Pangia district in the Southern Islands province. Southern Islands is located in islands of Papua New Guinea in the southwest Pacific. I am the eyewitness of flying pterosaur on Umbu Island. I saw that flying pterosaur in 2007 along Masikel Bay. At the time was, if I can recall, that was 16 years ago, so around 5:30 early in the morning. Yes, I was at the local village called Capital. Mm-hmm. Capital is the base camp in which I have been based in my jungle expeditions. So from Capital, I traveled down the southeast on a bandana boat with some of the local people there. Umbo Island is a volcanic island in which we got three indigenous tribal people living there, the Yas, the Kauai, and the Kaimangas. Mm-hmm. Yes. Ropen is pterodactyl in Kauai language. So I saw that Ropen. It's got its wingspan is about 7 to 8 meters. Wow. It's a big bird. Ropen is normally seen as a bird, but later I found out that it's a reptile, flying reptile.
Okay.
We met. It's not me only. There was a couple of us on board that panda boat. We saw that Ropen, and then we had to stop for a while, especially at Masikel Bay. Masikel Bay is the transit point. There's a river coming out from that bay, and that river is called Goose. So Ropen flies over to the mainland Papua New Guinea on the other side, of the west side, and then it crosses that Masikel Bay to follow that Goose River upstream, and then it flies onto there's a mountain, the highest mountain on Umbu Island, and it's called Mountain Bell. There are several other mountains there. We got Mountain Talau, and then what's the name of that mountain? Mountain Bell. But Mountain Bell is the highest peak there. We got some cave systems there too. So that is the habitat in which Ropen lives and then breeds there. So in 2005, there was an expedition team led by a forensic videographer from California by the name of Jonathan David Whitcomb.
Mm-hmm.
He came with Gab Bassman and the other guys, followed by, but their trip went successful. In which why it wasn't successful, because they're supposed to have been led by people who own the forest up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we're up in the mountains, the real landowners came and then attacked them. That was one of the obstacles in which Jonathan David Whitcomb faced. And then we got sickness, because this is a tropical place, so we have malaria and other sicknesses, which did not allow Jonathan David Whitcomb's stay there, so he had to return back. Yes, I never knew that these guys came for Ropen sets there, but I went for another different purpose there. And then I saw that Ropen with the people there.
Okay.
The people, especially Tarawa Village. So Tarawa Village owns the mountain range, because Mountain Talau. There's a lake up there. At Mount Talau. It's called Lake Pung. Pung in Kauai dialect means hot water or fire.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a volcanic crater up there. So that is the flyover drones in which Ropen flies over, picks up its food there, and then it returns back to Mountain Bell. Mountain Bell is like to the east, and then the other two mountains like Barik and Talau are located to the west.
Okay.
So Ropen is a nocturnal. It flies especially in dark hours.
Yep.
It doesn't fly up there. It hovers over the treetops, canopy. Yeah.
Okay.
So I support Ropen. It's a big creature.
Okay.
It's a big creature. Any other questions?